to my channel. So today's video, as you can see in the title down below, I'm going to be talking about my first pregnancy. And before I do start off this video, I just want to apologize because I know it's already the middle of the week and I still have not posted anything. I'm so sorry for that. Valentine's weekend really did get me. I'm also sorry, guys, I let you down. I did not vlog as much as I wanted to. We did go on a trip. It was super random. Pedro's family was actually over there, and well, I don't know, we wanted to do something different, and they were in Corpus, so we're like, let's just go, forget. So we just stayed for one night. But guys, it felt so good just to get out of San Antonio, just to do something different. Corpus isn't so like fascinating, but like I said, it did feel good to be somewhere else. And yeah, we are used to sleeping, like going to sleep by 9 o'clock or 10. The latest is like 10 something, like 10:30. And well, starting like Thursday night, we were going to sleep after 12. So Friday we went to sleep late, Saturday, Sunday, and well, I literally needed Monday and Tuesday to recover from like sleep. Like I was exhausted. I'm just not used to staying up late anymore. And yeah, so that is why I have not uploaded anything, but I'm finally uploading today and I will get started with this video. Okay, if you are new here, my name is Carrie Guzman. This is like vlogs, just little random videos here and there. I'm not too focused on one certain thing. I just literally want to post stuff that I do in my life daily. Okay, so let's get this video started. So okay, around, I'm not so precise on the dates because yeah, I really do not remember. So probably September of 2018. Yeah, September 2018. Okay, yes, so September 2018. I did find out I was pregnant. What I didn't know at first because I was working at Petro still, and one day at work, like all of us employees, we decided to like make pancakes. I said before, like we had a deli in there, so we decided to make pancakes, and I ate pancakes, and I think I was drinking Big Red with it, and I ate something else that was like totally random, and I did throw up like literally right after I was done eating the pancakes, and I was like, maybe it's just because I was mixing the foods. So I didn't think anything of it. And then a few days went by and I was supposed to start my period, and I didn't start it, but I wasn't so worried about it because my periods are kind of irregular. I was not on birth control, so yeah, I'm used to them not starting on time. And well, so yeah, I still didn't think much of it. And then finally, I kept feeling really sick and super nauseous. And I told Pedro, like, I think we need to take a pregnancy test. So then we took it, and guys, we were trying, I guess you can say, or like we just didn't really care anymore. Like if I got pregnant, I got pregnant. And then, well, we took the pregnancy test and I came out to be pregnant. I took probably 4, maybe 3, and all of them came out positive. So I was happy. I was like super happy. And I was also super nervous to tell my parents just because, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm in school or anything, so like why should I be nervous? Like I'm already like getting older. I was already 20, so wait, no, I was 19. Hold on. No, I was 20. Hold on. Was I 20? No. 19. About to be 20? No. Hold on. I have my dates mixed up. Okay, so I'm already, what? Oh, 19. Okay, so I was going to be 20. Yeah. Okay, so I was already 19 and it was in September, and then I'll turn 20 until January. Okay, So I don't know why I was just so nervous. So my mom, all I did was I sent her a picture of the pregnancy test, and she was like, that better not be yours. And then like at first she was kind of disappointed, but then like she got happy. I guess she was just disappointed because she really just wanted me to like start a career first, and obviously that just was not for me. So yeah, that was my mom's. My dad, oh my god, that one was so emotional. He cried, and he just cried. I did tell him over the phone just because he does live pretty far from me, and I don't know, I was kind of really nervous to tell him in person too. So yeah, I did tell him over the phone, and he was super nervous. So I did not go to the doctors until like maybe my second month. I think I was on my second month. I don't even remember. Just because I did not have a job at the time. I was working at Petro, but it was a part-time job and not a full-time, so I did not have insurance. I was not on my mom's insurance. I wasn't on my dad's insurance. So I did have to apply for Medicaid, and that took a while. I don't think it usually takes a long time to process, but for me, like, it did take me a while just to get it started. I was just like pushing it off. I'm like, I don't want to, like, I was so nervous to go to the doctor. I don't know why. I'm not really a doctor person. So that took a while, and then finally I went in October. I think it was October 22nd. I went. Yeah. And I went, and they did the heartbeat thing, and you could like, we heard the heartbeat, and oh my god, Pedro and my mom went with me. So we went, we heard the heartbeat. I'm not even sure what led him to want to do like the picture sonogram yet. I don't know what it was, but he wanted to do the picture sonogram. Was it that? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he wanted to do the picture sonogram. So we did do that. And as soon as he was like just moving the thing, like I saw like something just didn't look right. And I was like, he was looking, like we all just stayed quiet and we're just like staring at the picture. He's like, oh my god, you have twins. And I was like, I looked at Pedro and he was like in shock. And my mom was like, oh my god. She was so freaking loud. Like all the nurses even came in. They're like, oh my god, congratulations. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know. I didn't really get to process it. Like, everyone just came all in, and then my mom started calling everybody while he still had the thing on my belly. And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't get to fully take it in. So I was kind of upset about that because I did kind of want to keep it a secret, and my mom was going around calling everybody already while we're still in the room. So I was upset about that. So he was looking to see like how what kind of twins they were. I don't know how to say it. It does start with an M. I will put a picture of their sonogram in this clip somewhere, and I will have the spelling there, and you guys can just look it up. But basically, what the types of twins that I had was they were in the same sack, like they shared everything, same everything, and there was nothing like separating them. Like most twins like that come out, obviously they were identical. So most twins that are identical, that are in the same sack, at least have a little membrane separating them, which is a good thing. So with me, it is kind of like, he did say mine was a high risk because there was nothing separating my twins. So yeah, it was a high risk pregnancy already. As soon as he told me that, like I was already starting to worry, but then not really. Like I was just like, nah, like everything's going to be fine, right? Sorry guys, somebody was calling me. I don't even remember what I was saying. High risk pregnancy. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I was already I think I was already 2 months in, and he said for twins, like I'm already out of the miscarry stage. So I was like, okay, like I guess I'll like start telling people then. So I think the next day, or maybe that same day, I did post it on Facebook because like I was relieved because he said like I was out of the miscarry stage. miscarriage. You know what I mean. I was out of that stage. That's what also really relieved me. That's why I really didn't stress about like having a high risk pregnancy, because he told me that. So I did have to go back, and 3 weeks after that, I did go. My mom and Pedro still went with me. And this was really my second visit. And well, he did the heartbeat one. So actually, we're going back to the first visit really quick. So the first visit, he was not looking for 2 heartbeats. So he only heard 1 heartbeat. But when he saw them on the picture, like he listened for both the heartbeats. Everything was strong. Like they were both strong, both healthy. Like they were moving around so much. I wish I still had the video. But I think I did delete it. I did go through a little phase and I just deleted everything basically. Okay, so second visit. He was trying to hear for the heartbeats. He was looking around for those heartbeats for like probably 3 minutes. And we were just there like just waiting to hear a heartbeat. And well, we didn't hear a heartbeat. He was like, okay, we're gonna go into the other room and we're gonna do the picture sonogram. Because maybe they're just like real deep down into your abdomen to where like sometimes that happens and you can't hear the heartbeats. So we went and there they were there, but they were not moving. They were just so still, like it just looked like a picture. As soon as I saw that, I was like, man, this is not gonna be good. He stayed quiet for a while. He was just looking, like, I guess just to see if he could hear something, see a movement, something, before he gave me the news. And I looked at Pedro, he looked at me, like we just all stayed quiet still. And then finally he told me, he's like, okay, I'm sorry to say, but the twins, like, they're not alive anymore. He did not word it like that. He did say something else, but I just don't remember it. And I don't know. I didn't know what to do. My mom just walked out of the room. I stayed quiet. My eyes did get watery, but I don't know. So we did go into the room I was in the beginning. Man, was not thinking I was gonna get all emotional, but I do get emotional about it sometimes. So we went back to the room. I was first in, and he was talking to me about my options. And before we even started that whole conversation, I told him, I'm like, what caused this? Like, what did I do? What happened? Like you said, I was out of that like stage already. Like I was clear. He did say, well, I did let you know, like this was a high risk pregnancy with those types of twins. But he even told me, he's like, you didn't have no pains, like you didn't have no really bad cramps. And I didn't have anything. I wasn't bleeding, I wasn't like cramping, nothing. Like I felt totally normal. Obviously I was still having the morning sickness, so I was like, what happened? Like, did it just happen? What happened? And he did say, like, it probably happened literally last night, like the night before he came in. That's what really sucks. I'm like, can you have stopped it? Maybe we could have stopped it or something, but I guess not. He did say, if nothing, like you can't really see anything, what happens with those twins a lot is that their umbilical cords do get tangled in with each other, and which leads them to not get any oxygen, none of that, and obviously they just die quick because they're not getting any oxygen. And he is basically saying that is what happened with mine. I was so happy when I found out I was having twins, because I've always, and I still to this day, I want twins. I was in shock, but I was so happy. Okay, so back to the conversation of my options. He did say I could go home and think about what I want to do. Do I want to like birth them, like, because some people like to give birth to them still and take them home, like bury them, have their own little thing, or do I just want to have like the surgery and then them just take them out. I did just to choose to do the surgery. I actually did do it that day. My mom was like forcing it on him, like we wanted that same day, because if I go home and just have them there still, like that's creating a lot of bacteria for me, and my mom really just didn't want me to get sick. So I did have that surgery that same day. I cried the entire day. He, while we were just waiting in the room, he was just calling the hospital, telling them like, I'm gonna have this girl coming in, she's just gonna have like a quick procedure. Like, it was supposed to be a really quick procedure. He said it takes probably like 15 or 30 minutes, but with mine it took like 6 hours, I think he said. I'll get more into that in a little bit. But after he told me my options, and after I told him what I wanted to do, he left the room, and I just cried and cried so hard. And like all the nurses too, they were just quiet whenever I was walking out, because they were there whenever they first like saw my sonogram. They even saw my sonogram and everything. And they were like, I heard them talking to my mom, like, it's hard to see like this happen to young women, because like there are patients too, like we go through it with them, and just it was hard. And then I was just getting ready at the hospital, I was changing into my gown, and then the nurse that was helping me gave me a hug, because I mean, you know, they all know what you're about to go into, like what surgery you're gonna have. And she gave me a hug. She's like, Mija, this happened to me too. I know what you're going through right now. Nobody can help you, because nobody knows how you feel. This, like, she was telling me like it happened to her when she was young, and she still feels the pain. And I just started crying. I couldn't stop crying. It was horrible. So yeah, I did get into my gown and everything. They gave me tons of medication, and I was just waiting. I just waited, and then I don't even remember going into surgery. Like, they drugged me up. And then I woke up, and all I can remember waking up is like I was freezing cold. Like, I had them like put a lot of blankets on me. Like, I was so cold, and I had really bad cotton mouth. Like, my mouth was so dry. Like, it felt like, I don't know, like it felt like I hadn't drank anything in days. And then like I was super drowsy too. I think I have like a few pictures. I don't think I'm gonna put them, but yeah, that happened. And well, finally, when I started to like fully wake up, it probably took me like 2 or 3 hours to like fully wake up. I started asking like, what time is it? I was like, why is it this late and I'm barely waking up? My mom was like, yeah, the procedure took forever. And that she had gone to ask like what happened, and my doctor said like I wouldn't stop bleeding, so they did have me stay overnight, because typically you don't have to, like, you're not really recommended to stay overnight with that type of procedure. Like I said, it was just supposed to be like a 15 to 30 minute, and then that's it, like you could go home. But with me, like he did say like I couldn't stop bleeding out, so they did have me stay overnight just to watch me, just to make sure like I still didn't start bleeding out like crazy. After my surgery, I wasn't feeling so sad anymore. I was basically just trying to tell myself like things happen for a reason. Like, this obviously happened for a reason. At that end of the year just wasn't my year, because I had that surgery on November 30th. I think it was November 30th. And not too long after that, my school ended up closing down, and then something else happened to me. So basically, I just didn't celebrate Christmas that year, because I couldn't, like, I was just having bad news on bad news on bad news on bad news. It was a very horrible ending of 2018. With my second pregnancy, I was obviously freaking terrified. We were not planning this second pregnancy at all. We were just like, we'll just wait. Like, if it happens, it happens, but we weren't planning it so soon. So when I got pregnant, I was like, what? I'm pregnant again. I was so happy, but I was also so freaking scared. I'm like, man, I don't want to go through this. But then I was thinking about it, like, it can be twins again anyway. And then, like, what happened to me only happens with twins. And so, I don't know. I basically just didn't tell anybody until I was probably 5 months. I don't even know. Like, probably. So that's what kind of made my pregnancy go by fast, is that I kept it a secret for so long. But yeah, I was so terrified with my second pregnancy. Every doctor's appointment I was so nervous to go to because I was so scared I wouldn't hear a heartbeat. Every time he would put the heartbeat thing on my belly, and if it took him a while, my heart was already racing. I was already just freaking out. My doctor was even super sensitive with me too. Like, every little thing, like if he saw that was wrong with me, or if he saw something wrong with my blood work or something, he would have me go in right away, just because he did not want me to go through that a second time. So I really did love that about my doctor too. What also freaked me out about my second pregnancy, okay, so we were on my way to the doctor's appointment, right? And it was my very first doctor's appointment. And guess what? We got into a freaking car accident. You guys. I was okay, so I was driving, and it was like a two-way street because they were doing like construction. I didn't have my seatbelt on, Pedro didn't have his seatbelt on, and well, there was an 18-wheeler right in front of me, and it was him that caused it basically. So there was this two vehicles in front of this 18-wheeler, right? So that very first vehicle was stopped because I guess he was going to turn into like somewhere else, right? And then so the second vehicle was already stopped too, and then well, the 18-wheeler is the one that just like hit that, like broke really hard and hit them, which caused that person to hit like the first truck. And well, since he broke so hard, like it didn't give me time to really brake, and I don't really react so quickly. So I did just like, I basically just hit an 18-wheeler. And since I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, like I flew into the steering wheel. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. Like, you know how, I mean, I guess people only in accidents will understand what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not being dramatic, because I literally like just flew. Like, they really don't lie whenever you say, like, if you get in a car accident, you will fly through the windshield. Because I think if I was going probably 50 or 60, I literally would have flew out the window. But I was only going like 25 or 30 because it was a two-way traffic. So I did just fly into the steering wheel, and it hit like this whole part right here. And after that, I was just like, I started crying because I was already like, man, this cannot happen to me a second time. Like, that's what I was terrified for. I was like, I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to go through this pain again. Like, I just don't want to go through this again. But since they had us park off to the side, because I mean, they have to write, like, all the cops have to write it down, like what happened and everything. And they were asking me, like, if you're pregnant or anything, and I said yes. And he's like, okay, well, I'm sorry to say, but like, I'm sorry to ask you this, but are you feeling like any liquid like coming from down there? And I was just like, no. So that's what kind of helped me out too, is that I wasn't feeling any pain, I wasn't feeling any liquid or anything. But I don't know, I just know I wanted to get out of there quick, and I wanted to go to my appointment just to make sure everything was okay. And luckily everything was fine, everything was a-okay. Yeah, that was my second pregnancy scare. But other than that, my second pregnancy went wonderful. I didn't find out the sex of them until I went back to, man, my hair is insane, you guys, sorry. I didn't know the sex of them until I went back for my checkup. Was it a checkup? Like my, not a postpartum checkup. It was like a checkup after my surgery, basically. He told me, he's like, did you end up finding out the sex? Because it had emailed it to me, but I just didn't even like bother to look at my email. And I was like, no. And then he told me, he's like, they were boys. And I'm like, I would have loved to have twin boys, you guys. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. I did go through a little sad phase after that, but after that, like after December ended, I think I got back to myself. I was just like, everything's gonna be okay. I ended up getting a new job in January, like at the ending of December, going into January. I was like, you know what, things are gonna turn around from here. Like, it's a new year, 2019. Like, I'm going to be fine. And yeah, that was my whole experience with my first pregnancy. I basically, yeah, it was a scary moment for me. I just hope I don't ever go through it again. It was a horrible feeling, super scary too, and that is why my beautiful Arabella is my little rainbow baby. I love her so much. She's also taking a nap right now. But that's pretty much all for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Again, I'm so sorry for uploading for so late into the week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I will be back on more videos. Bye!